Hey there everyone, Lord Vegeta here with another episode of Aether Raid's Offense. Today we are back in Astra Anima season, and I had a pretty good season I suppose. Took 2 losses. Actually, I opened the season on a loss, that kind of sucked. I repositioned with the wrong unit, and I ended up in an untenable position as a result, so that was unfortunate. And then the other one, I did all the positioning correctly, but I didn't actually calculate the matchups like I usually do. So, yeah, Idun died. That was unfortunate. Probably could have won that map too with a different opening move, and that would have been a really great Battle 3 showcase for Aether Raid's offense. Oh well, that sucks. Anyway, you'll see that on the Aether Raid's Battle Dump tomorrow, so let's go ahead and get into today's matches. Today's first map is kind of a rally trap, I guess. It's rendered a little less effective by the fact that Mirabilis does not have ground order, so Ophelia cannot jump in front of Ninian to provide the rally. That prevents her range from being extended by the mere act of rallying and getting refreshed, so she is forced to kind of sit behind Thrasir to perform that rally, which doesn't really help her advance at all. I would say that, like most maps with Tibarn on them, your best bet is probably to take the fight straight to him so he doesn't get the chance to attack you on the enemy phase. If you can also break the tactics room, that would force Leanne and Ninian to attack your unit instead of having them be around to provide refreshes to Ophelia. Of course, you would need to make sure that whatever unit you place there is able to take on Thrasir, but I don't really see that as so much of a problem, especially relative to having Tibarn running amok. I'm going to go ahead and send in the Claude raiding party for this battle. My plan is to just march up the left-hand side with most of my units and have Claude take out the Tibarn. I will take out the tactics room, which will force Ninian and Leanne to attack him on the enemy phase. Of course, he has close foil, not close counter, so Ninian is not going to die. He's just going to have to take that damage, which is totally fine because her attack is pretty bad. So let me go ahead and break this tactics room just to take one more time of setup. In the meantime, I'm actually going to have Robin over on the right-hand side, progressing up towards the Aether Amphorae. I don't really need her to assist with the approach, so there's no problem with that. Now I can kick things off. I will go ahead and reposition Claude up so he can take out the Tibarn. Smack him with a quick 6-4, that'll be nice. And then, after that, let me see, is this 4 spaces? No it isn't. Apparently I just can't count. Oops. Okay, I'll park Altina here for the goad bonus, and Lizuna there for the Garrus Gogo bonus, duh. Ninian should be attacking after the rally and refresh. Fortunately, Ophelia does not move far enough so that Mirabilis' oh gosh, I'm forgetting what her refresh is called. Is it Whimsical Dream? Something like that. So that it can't, basically it didn't apply penalties to Claude.
No backing
so that's
down.
nice. Altina is going to go ahead and take down Leanne, and then Thrasir should fall to Claude here. That is quite a decent chunk of damage actually. But obviously it's a KO for Claude. If it had been a KO for Thrasir, then Leanne wouldn't have attacked Altina beforehand. So Claude should be able to take out the Ophelia. Then we will have to see what happens with the Ninian. I guess I do have, Lucina does have Dragon Effectiveness on Garrus Gogo, but this shouldn't be a problem. I'm just curious to see.
With utter certainty.
Nope, that is not a winning matchup for poor Altina. So let's just have Lucina take this. I probably could have had her wait and take a refresher from Maria. That may have given her a 1 shot with the penalties from Sweet Dreams.
What's next?
And shaking the penalty from Bright Shrine, but oh well, doesn't really matter. So Mirabilis will just advance now, and I can take the Aether Amphorae the Aether Fountain with Lucina and have Claude finish the job. Today's second map is a prison-style setup where the main threat factor is that Mareeta up at the top. She does have a rally, but this isn't really a rally trap. If she goes over to the Eliwood, her range doesn't really get extended by a refresh from the Mirabilis. It's definitely not to the point where her range overlaps with him. I actually wonder a little bit about why that rally is even there. I would say that as far as weaknesses, you can very easily march a strong blue right up the right-hand side of the map with no issues. I'm thinking probably a Brave Hector or something of that nature. You could also pick off the Aversa and then use a refresh and reposition straight down to get out of harm's way, since Mareeta, after moving to the left and getting a refresh from Mirabilis, cannot actually reach any units that happen to have been part of that interaction. You can hit Mareeta from over the tactics room, and then provide a refresh from below the healing tower to get a second hit if you need it, and then reposition your attacker to safety. Eliwood will not be able to reach your units because once he moves, Rayson does not actually have the movement range to properly support him. So those are the weaknesses for this map. Let's go ahead and get into my approach now. This map is definitely a job for the Mareeta team, partially because I want to do that sweet +1 versus +10 Mareeta flex, and partially because I really don't have any team that's better suited for the job. So let me go ahead and break some things up the left-hand side. I will be initiating by placing Mareeta in the range of Aversa. That'll get the enemies moving. Since the Aether structures are all in the upper left-hand corner, there's really no need to have Robin or Altina hovering around on the right-hand side. Let me go ahead and just break some stuff. I will break that block. I'm actually going to put Plumeria below the Dark Shrine, so her Flower of Plenty will provide attack and res bonuses to Mareeta, since the range is kind of a really odd rectangular shape there.
What's next?
I'm actually going to go ahead and refresh Lucina as well, provide penalties to the Aversa. And then I guess I can just move you two here or whatever. So let's see how this goes. Oh, I totally forgot that by targeting the Mirabilis, Mareeta's rally up attack would affect the Aversa. Well, I thought she was just going to advance and actually attack my Mareeta, but this... Well, let's see how this goes. Actually, the Mirabilis, yeah, she moves first because she's closer to her targets. Oh wow, Mareeta's right here. I might be able to take advantage of this if she doesn't get her solos. Hold on, let me take some thinking time.
Shall we?
How foolish!
So, I have determined that the best path forward is to have Lucina break this Dark Shrine and have my Mareeta attack the enemy Mareeta. Since my Mareeta has her solo effects, and this Mareeta doesn't, as evidenced by that super fun stat display at the top, she's going to be able to handle that quite well. She'll close call back, and then I can refresh Mareeta, and then smite my Lucina up one space to allow her to provide support to Mareeta for her attack on Eliwood. Mareeta will not be affected by close call's post-combat positioning effect this time, because the Aether Amphora is blocking her from moving back a space. She will be able to take on Mirabilis and Raisin on the enemy phase, and then I will be able to take the Aether structures before finishing off the map. We'll see how this goes. Alright, a bit unfortunate there. She only gets a heal of 3 off of the Mirabilis. We'll have to see. Maybe she can one-shot the Raisin? No, she cannot. If Plumeria had been in range for drive attack, that would have worked, but unfortunately not the case. That's okay. It's really not a... Having a higher HP is just, it's not even significant in any sort of strategic sense. Let me go ahead and get some penalties onto the enemy Mirabilis and have Mareeta break the Aether Fountain, and then she can take out the last foe on the enemy phase. And that is it. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Aether Raids Offense. Next week we'll be going back into Light Season. I will be using Creed as my bonus unit since his time of the rotation does overlap with Wind Season, so that's really nice. I guess that's really all I've got for you this week, so please do look forward to the Aether Raids Battle Dump tomorrow, which is, again, all of the Aether Raids battles that I played this week but did not feature in this video. So, until then, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.